Hello, Algebra 1A students. I'm looking at no solution and infinite solution. And I've got the example here for you for no solution completed. When I use the distributive property, I take negative 4 times 2 and I get negative 8x. And then I take negative 4 times 1 and I get negative 4. Over here I have negative 8x minus 2. I just bring that down. Notice that I have a difference here. I have negative 8x plus 4 and I have negative 8x minus 2. No matter what number I put in here, I'm never going to get anything that is going to actually be equal. And if I were to further do this and subtract, or I have minus 8x or negative 8x, if I added 8x to both sides, it would end up looking like negative 4 equals negative 2. That's not so. That's no solution because of that difference there. An infinite solution is when you have the same on both sides. So you could put any number in here and it's going to equal. Okay, when you work it out using the distributive property here also, and then I combine my like terms here, and I have the same thing on both sides. So I could put any number here. This is always going to equal this no matter what you're multiplying that negative 9 by. It's always going to be the same. It's the same on both sides. It's going to be infinite solution. So taking a look at number one, I use the distributive property. I take 3 times 2, which is 6, and I have an x with it, so 6x. 3 times 2 again is a 6, so I have plus 6. And I bring down my minus 3, I bring down everything else. I combine these like terms. 6 minus 3 is 3. So I have 6 plus 3x, and I have 6 plus 3x on this side. They're both the same. Remember, when they're the same, they're infinite. So I have infinite solutions. Try 2 on your own. I want you to try 4 on your own also. Number 3 is a little bit different. I have 8 times 5 is 40x. 8 times a negative 3 is a negative 24. 6 times negative 3 is negative 18x. And 6 times negative 4 is a negative 24. I add 18x to both sides. I get 58. I'm going to add a 24 to both sides, because it was over here, but when I add 24 to both sides, I get 0 for it on both ends. I have to put a 0 over here to make this an equation. If I take 0 divided by 58, I get 0. So 0 divided by 58, being 0, my answer is going to be 0. So if I'm going to put a 0 in here, and that's going to satisfy that equation. Try 4 on your own, and hopefully this helps.